Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward. What's up guys, Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert, do your own research. Today I'm just going to review Bitcoin on all time frames, so let's get to it. This is BTC USD on the 1 month with Bitstamp. The last monthly close, it really didn't really show much in my opinion. I mean, we saw a big move down to 25K, but this overall candle didn't really show much. I mean, it wasn't bullish by any means. I guess bearish. You know, there's a lot of confluence with this 23K level. In terms of the downside, like where are some levels to bid? Let's take a look. You know, if Bitcoin does go lower, this wick here at 25.1K is an interesting level. And this monthly close here back in July and August, we didn't see a close above that price for many months. You know, we saw it's been really since July of 22, price chopped under there until March, like late March. So, you know, that's probably a significant level as well, this 23K level. It's an interesting level to mark. But overall, this last monthly candle didn't really show much, in my opinion. It did make sense that there was some pullback. I mean, we did see price go from 16K all the way to 30, and there was a pullback on the monthly. So for me personally, I think that 25K just makes a lot of sense. This is the weekly chart, and this is the 200-week EMA, right around 25K. It's right at that kind of level that we marked, that 25K level that we marked before. You can see that it's already an SR level as well, where price was right here, wicked up, couldn't break that level, and then it wicked up again later on in February. Again, not really any closes above, and then we had that big Bullzuka nuke, or not nuke, big Bullzuka candle on the weekly in late March, and price closed above there. But this 25K level would make a lot of sense to me personally, and the reason is that it's the 200-week EMA, SR level here, and as we scale down to the daily, it's also the 200-day EMA as well, and it's also the 382 fib. So if I fib it out, you can see that it also is the 382 fib as well, right here. There's just a lot of confluence here with 25K. Now, what happens to that level if it gets tested? Like, as I said, there's going to be a lot of bidders here, but on the flip side, when these things usually break, and what I mean by these things breaking, I mean these support levels. So you can mark this current area as a support level. When these support levels break, generally speaking, things go quickly and they go violently and they go fast. So this current area around 26.5K, this has provided support for several weeks now. All the way since late March, you know, it's been a support area that's prices traded as a support level for many weeks and months. But if this area goes, then I think that it's just too likely that like people think it's just like 25K is going to hold. Like, you know, if we think it's going to be like a nice little drop down like this and then price chops around and then goes up, that could happen. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of confluence with that level. But when these support levels break, they break violently. And it wouldn't surprise me at all to see something like a blitz down to like 23K, lots of volatility, huge amount of volatility, and then some sort of reclaim at this 382 level. That would make a lot of sense to me. And then, you know, we form some sort of longer-term bottom. I personally think that we do need to form the bottom, though. I don't think this is currently the bottom, the short-term bottom. Bottoms usually have some sort of big violent move that starts it off. So generally, when you want to see a bottom, you'll see it with a big move down, and then you'll generally see a lot of chop for days, weeks, or even months. And that's usually how bottoms are formed. You could maybe argue that this is currently like a bottom being formed now where, you know, price is just chopped around for actually, you know, a month and a half now at this point. But if you look at previous bottom set, for example, this bottom here, This bottom here, this bottom here, this bottom here. These all took days and weeks to, and months to form. Now, I understand that these are different contexts. These are bull market bottoms where, price chopped around and then just continued higher. And you might say, okay, we're in a bear market bottom. So, but even this is a bottom right here. And the thing about this is that when it's a bear market, it makes lower lows and lower highs. And this was the low that got set back in May of 2022, and then it formed a lower low. Again, it formed this kind of low around this 37, 38K level back in February, March, April 22, and then it nuked lower. And every single time these bottoms kept getting established, as I said, it takes months or days or weeks to form these bottoms. But every single time we saw these big bottoms formed, you saw like some big, strong negative price action before that. As you can see, every little red box here, violent move down, followed by some consolidation for weeks or months. Big move down, consolidation, weeks, months. Big move down, consolidation. And now, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that you can also see that in the bull market as well. You can see like these big violent moves down when forming a bottom. So whether it's a bull market or a bear market, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that we haven't really seen that clear violent move yet, in my opinion. And maybe we're not going to. Maybe it's just like, maybe this market trend has changed. Maybe it's a bull market now. I could totally see that argument. You could maybe mark, some of these areas as highs before, and we've clearly broken those highs recently. Clearly higher highs and higher lows, but we just have to set the low at this point. And where's the low going to form? I don't know. But it would make a lot of sense to me, as I said, if we did like violently move down to like 23K, and then we chopped around for a while, and then just resumed higher. That would make a lot of sense to me. And this would be a bullish thing, actually, is if we reset around 23K, 24K, 25K, I don't know where it's going to reset, chop around for a while, and then keep going higher. That's entirely possible. But this weird, slow, grinding price action, I don't believe is really indicative of a bottom, personally. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe like the longer this chops around here. So, for example, if we see price chopping around and we see this like consolidation here, consolidation here, the EMAs all start to reset. For example, I do believe that 25K is going to come regardless. I feel pretty confidently about that. Whether we have a stronger move down beyond that, I don't know. Excuse me. But I do believe that we're going to hit 25K, and maybe it just, maybe it is going to be somewhat like this kind of move back in September 21, where we did have a strong violent move, consolidation, another strong violent move, but overall it wasn't, wasn't really that bad. Maybe it's going to be like this March of 2022 where it just chops around, where this is kind of weird price action here. And we didn't really get that full-on big move down like we were accustomed to back in 2021. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, to be frank and honest with you, like what the bottom looks like. I would prefer this being a more violent move, but maybe we're just going to get this slow grind down. And the scary thing about the slow grind down, though, is that it will be very, very reminiscent of this price action that we saw back in March and July of 2022, where it's really just kind of this apathetic, kind of grindy kind of move, but it's just very slow in its distribution. That's the scary part, in my opinion, of this type of price action. And it is what it is. The market will do what it wants. What we want personally or what we wish doesn't really fucking matter. But, this type of price action is starting to look a little bit more like this August consolidation where we just kind of chopped around and then nuked. or even like this February, March, April 2022 period too. That's also kind of a gross time period. So I don't know. I mean, overall, like, still would like to see a bottom being formed here. Still kind of waiting for 25K, but overall, just kind of waiting and watching. You know, like where it's at on shorter time frames too. You can maybe argue like it's still very choppy. Like this is not really a clear, concise trend in my opinion. Like it's bearish on lower time frames. You can kind of see like lower highs and lower lows, but and the EMAs are all kind of consolidating near price. But I don't personally believe this is any sort of real, true, strong trend in either direction as of right now on lower time frames. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for the support and good luck.